What up, everybody? We're down to the final episode of The Shy Season 7, and the episode 12 trailer says that nobody's safe. The trailer also gives us our first look at Bakari's book that he's been writing, with a little excerpt saying, "They say as soon as we're born, our path to death begins. No matter when death comes, we're never ready. Nothing can prepare us. When one thing dies, something new is born." So with the trailer saying that nobody's safe and Bakari's book talking about death, I think it's going to be a dark season 7 finale with a couple major deaths and possibly even an unexpected death as well. The trailer starts out with Reg getting arrested by Detective Toussaint and placed in the back of a cop car, with Detective Toussaint looking in at Reg, so happy, thinking she's about to get her son back out of prison, almost to the point she's mocking Reg. Keeping in mind the main reason Detective Toussaint is so hot after Reg is because the fact if she arrests Reg, her son is supposed to be released from prison. But the question is Reg a step ahead of Detective Toussaint again like he's been so far this season, as well as being a step ahead of everyone else? Because last episode, Reg was a step ahead of Detective Toussaint by sending 2 of his soldiers to rob the jewelry store instead of going himself. And it wasn't said what gave Reg the idea to send 2 of his soldiers and not go himself. Not to mention the guys who robbed the jewelry store were literally let go because they were told they weren't who the cops were looking for. So the question is, was Reg a step ahead of Detective Toussaint again this time? And either though she has him in custody in the trailer, he could end up getting released on some kind of technicality, possibly planning in advance to get caught, testing Candace to see if she was loyal to him or not. Maybe all that talk last episode about how he knows he can trust Candace and everything that he was telling her was all just a test. But at the same time, the trailer also shows Reg opening a safe and also running out of a house with a woman's coat and some bags. But the reason I think Reg will be let out of custody, other than the fact he's already been a step ahead of Detective Toussaint and everybody else so far, is because there's another scene with Keith telling someone, and it looks like he's talking to Reg, saying he can't trust anyone. And there's also another scene with Reg in the back of a car during the daytime, and when he's getting arrested by Toussaint, it's at night. But the biggest clue from the trailer is when Reg is slicing a picture hung up on the wall, and this is a picture in Alicia's house. So the question is Reg breaking into Alicia's house at the end of episode 11 when he gets arrested, or was it a pump fake in some type of way and he breaks into Alicia's house after he gets the cops off his trail? Possibly Candace realizes she got played by Alicia, and after being invited to Alicia's house, she gives Reg the address and he breaks in. Because the next scene shows Alicia out to eat with her new mentee, Candace, and telling Candace that she can make people go away. And this is obviously talking about Reg. So Candace could be setting up Alicia, or after Reg is let out of police custody and potentially blaming Candace for setting him up, she might be worried that Reg is going to do something to her, and Alicia's telling her that she can make people go away. But with that said, I still don't really understand why Alicia's targeting Reg when she pretty much knows at this point that he didn't kill Rob. I know that Sonny and Q used to have fun messing Alicia when they were kids because she's proven herself to be gullible, to be nice about it. She let Nuck convince her that Zay killed Rob, only to kill Zay before giving him a chance to speak and tell her the truth. Then Bakari made her believe that Reg was involved in Rob's death, and even after finding out that Bakari's vomit was at the crime scene, she's still going after Reg, even after Bakari has now lied to Alicia again, now telling her it was Zay, after he tried to make her think it was Reg already. But things might finally be coming to a head in episode 12, because the trailer shows Nuck with somebody pointing their gun at him, and Nuck's trying to tell this person to put the gun down. So the question is this the end of Nuck? And if it is, who's Nuck's killer? I think it would be one of 3 people: Alicia, Bakari, or Tiff as the wild card. Alicia or Tiff if they find out that Nuck killed Rob, and Bakari potentially because he's feeling in danger of Nuck. Keeping in mind last episode, Nuck told Bakari that he was a bitch and he should have never made him his number two. But at the same time, he let Bakari know that he can't get out the life either. Also keeping in mind that whoever's pointing the gun at Nuck is doing it at Nuck's apartment. While Nuck seems to be comfortable and even has his shirt off and might have been sleeping. And since Bakari is Nuck's roommate, he's most likely involved, either being the shooter himself or potentially, finally fed up with Nuck, he might have told Alicia the truth and gave her a key so she could kill Nuck. And if that's the case, Bakari might really be the one who's playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers, because there's another scene with the cops at Alicia's front steps. We can tell it's the steps to Alicia's house because it's the same steps they dropped Rob's body on in the season 6 finale. So I think this is most likely Alicia getting arrested after killing Nuck, and Bakari most likely snitched on Alicia to get out from under both her thumb and Nuck's to be a free man. Or it could potentially even be that Alicia or somebody kills Nuck and that Reg kills Alicia and the cops catch him leaving her house. And that might have could have been why Reg was at the back of the car during the daytime scene, getting arrested after killing Alicia. But even if Reg, Nuck, and Alicia are all taken off the board, we already know a new villain will rise up in the Shy, because like Bakari said in his book, after one thing dies, something new is born. And with that said, the trailer also shows Tiff in the car with Trig on the way to the hospital after her water broke last episode. But there's some kind of complication that happens on the way to the hospital because she's telling Trig to do something. Tiff might lose her baby. Keep it in mind she said she was a few weeks early. And like I said, Tiff is one of my 3 people who I think could take out Nuck. And if she loses Rob's child and finds out that Nuck is his killer while he's been trying to hook up with her, she might be in a dark enough place to take Nuck out herself. Keep in mind that Nuck feels somewhat comfortable with the person he's talking to because he tells that person to put the gun down. And I don't know if he would actually say that to Alicia or not. Rosalind Perry will also return in the finale because the Shy Season 7 trailer shows her with a gun drawn at somebody in a scene that hasn't been aired yet this season. Either though Nuck has the gun drawn on him and he killed Duda, this is definitely not Nuck's apartment. It looks more like Alicia's house. So Rosalind Perry could actually be who takes out Alicia, either though I'm not sure what her motive would be unless Nuck told her Alicia killed Duda. So with that said, that means there's a chance that it's Rosalind pointing the gun at Nuck in the trailer and he points her in the direction of Alicia. The trailer also has Darnell standing over the bed with Jada in it, and another clip with Emmett and Darnell together with Emmett looking upset, and another clip with Keisha praying. One death I definitely expect to happen in episode 12 is the death of Jada, because I don't think they're going to continue this storyline into season 8. But with that said, that might not be why Keisha's praying and Emmett and Darnell are looking upset. It might be because of Tiff having complications with her pregnancy. But because the fact the trailer says that nobody's safe, I want to throw this one out there also. The fact that Emmett has been drinking so much this season, and especially now that he got the news that Jada's dying. What if Emmett gets emotional after Jada's death and turns to the bottle hard and ends up getting behind the wheel and get into a car crash, potentially either dying or killing somebody else in the process because he was driving drunk? Because like I said, other than the people we kind of expect who might get killed that are in the life, I also think there's going to be an unexpected death this episode also. So my final death prediction list for the Shy Season 7 finale is Jada, Nuck, Alicia either dying or getting arrested, potentially Hannibal and his wife getting killed by Reg. Either though I really didn't discuss that in this video, I've discussed it already in a couple other videos. Maybe even Reg killing Candace, thinking that she set him up. And the wild card, an unexpected death, potentially Tiff dying trying to give birth, or Emmett dying or killing somebody from drunk driving or something like that. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.